So, sensation and perception, which is pretty much how our senses pick up energy, turn it into signals, and how the brain makes sense of it all. So, remembering that transduction equals energy into neural signals. So, let's start with vision. Here I've got a little diagram which demonstrates how light comes in through the cornea, pupil, and lens and lands in the retina. So, here is where the rods help us see in dim light, and cones give us color and detail. So these signals travel through the optic nerve to the brain, and the lens can adjust the focus, which is called accommodation, and convergence happens when the rods work together for sensitivity. So in the visual cortex, the brain cells can also detect edges, motion, and orientation. Obviously, things can go wrong, and we can experience issues with the system, with things like blind sight, where someone responds to sights without awareness, and tools like the Snellen eye chart and the Stroop task help us measure vision and attention. Moving on to hearing, which works when sound waves travel through the outer, middle, and inner ear. So you can see a little diagram here, including the ossicles, and which carry the vibrations to the cochlea, where pitch and loudness are coded. So we locate sound by comparing timing and loudness between our ears. And localization occurs through these systems here, which helps us determine where the sound is coming from above, below, or behind us. Sensation or taste, which picks up 5 flavors: sweet, salty, sour, and bitter, and umami, which sends signals to the brain and the limbic system, which explains why flavors trigger so many emotions. So the body senses include touch, pain, proprioception, so also known as body positioning, as well as the vestibular system, which influences our balance. Also note that perception depends on attention, and we focus on using selective attention, but we often miss things like inattentional blindness or the Stroop effect. Our senses also work all together. So, for example, the McGurk effect mixes sight and sound, and the rubber hand illusion links touch and vision, and synesthesia blends the senses. Finally, cognition shapes how we perceive the world. Our expectations, called our perceptual sets, guide what we notice, while constancies keep objects looking in its stable size, shape, and color, even when conditions change. So, to save effort, the brain also uses mental shortcuts, but these can sometimes mislead us and cause errors in perception. Altogether, sensation and perception help us experience the world. It's powerful, flexible, but not always perfect.